Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Washington Commanders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here, and it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And when you watch young men come into the league, you know they're not going to continue to be the same quarterback they were in college. You expect to see improvement, but you do see many of the same attributes. This guy, even as a rookie, a lot of poise, understand the offense. He's fully in control out there. To me, he has the makings of a real field general type of a player, someone who doesn't get rattled when the pressure's on.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Arizona defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Mariota. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mariota. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by Harrison.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
He'll get this to counter underneath.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's Mariota. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Mariota.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. But you look at this defense.
They were terrific a week ago with a win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now a first carry here for their running back.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Connor up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. Second and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are once again back in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Mariota now. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw Mariota.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride
from 13 yards out.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball long.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Right. Too humble. A give running right is counter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DJ Dallas, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals add 6 to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota to throw it. Finding Ertz again. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw is Mariota. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Mariota. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run on the draw. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Calais Campbell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you,
Don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Now it's Peterson.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Here we go. Nike 18.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining. In this first half. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Gets around him, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to take another shot here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. So we reach halftime here.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught. It's Wilson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, a give to counter. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Looking to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 41. On play action, they'll throw.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Michael Wilson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mariota's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mariota's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mariota.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Escaping the pressure right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Steps away to his left.
Going right back to Wilson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Cardinals are able to add on to that lead.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Mariota.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Mariota.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Deebo Samuel from 13 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
The drive will start with Connor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
91 yards rushing now for Connor, and a first down.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Flushed out right.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They'll run here with Connor, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cards are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mariota now.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Mariota. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
To the air again, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Mariota.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
7 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota to throw it. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota.
Gets this to Ertz.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. To throw Mariota. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
3rd and goal. Mariota under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Garrett Williams.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota sliding out of the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Second down, Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Mariota on first down.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. A first down throw for Brissett.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
On the handoff, Connor. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. throw is Brissett.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have. Lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First down, Mariota. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Them front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
That is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Mariota.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. One last shot now for Mariota. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cards, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.